Welcome, welcome back to an episode of Ministry Truth. I'm your number one host on. Oh, it's the other screens. Number one host on this show because everyone else is afraid to get canceled, and I fired them. And why? Good morning, Bat Mom. Always a pleasure to see you. Hope all is well with you, because all is well with me. And we're gonna get into a little bit of soft citizen shit where they'd love to get tased because he thought he wasn't going to. And then we got some X posts. We're gonna talk about migrants, school shooting. What else? I think that's about it. Good morning, Veronica. How are you doing this morning? So without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and everybody that's here, let's get the music started, because you know why? Because fuck you, that's why.
I think the world's gone brain dead. Since when did everybody identify as they, them? Cut up all their penises and trade them for some fake breasts. I ain't homophobic, I got gay friends. I just think it's weird that the world's so offended. They tell us fat is beautiful while they take an Ozempic. They wanted to get rich and they started a pandemic. And they really want to win, so they're rigging the elections. Everybody's offended by everything every second. And anytime that I mention that men can never get pregnant, I get aggressively threatened by kids with 17 genders who think a word is a weapon and want to teach me a lesson. And it's crazy, P. Diddy diddling rappers and hitting women on camera. Conviction ain't gonna happen, hit the evidence. Instead of putting him in the slammer because he's too rich to be canceled, we try
What
to
up,
fill a
Southwest?
with the president. Born in Canada, moved to the USA, where you're probably a racist if you're not gay.
I'm good, Veronica.
Doctor, tell him save me man. Me to see one rapper. He a chichi man. I think the world's gone mad. Do black lives still matter, or is trans the new black? Every time I rap, I got them crapping their pants. They having cardiac arrest like they all had the jab. It's weird, take a look at your history. You're yelling free Palestine. Look what happened when you freed Britney. Your children ain't gay, they've been watching too much Disney. Eminem fans praying shady will diss me. Everybody's so triggered that I just keep getting bigger. They want a Morgan Wallen me like Tom McDonald said. I just wanna know about which rich celebrities kiss kids. The Epstein list is hid from existence. I don't wanna be nobody other than me. I wanna choke the woke until they struggle to breathe. Hollywood is a joke and I'm exposing the creeps. Like Ellen Page and a man if she's squatting to pee. Born in Canada, moved to the USA.
All right. Welcome back from the totally uncalled for music break, which in my mind, it's totally called for. So we're going to get into some X posts first. This one is... Actually, that's not the one I'm going to show you, because I actually have a story for that one. Oh! So what happens if you're a friend? You have a friend, right? You have a friend that you've had for 14 years. 14 years! Almost half her life. But now you don't want to be friends with her because... Why? Why don't you tell me? Crazy cat lady.
Texted my best friend of 14 years, literally half of my life. I'm 28, and I asked them who they voted for.
Dominic. Good morning, ma'am.
They said
How are
Donald
you?
Trump, and they said, "I'm assuming you voted the opposite," and I said yes. And then my friend texted me and said, "Will you still be my friend?"
An honest question. What'd you say? Answer the fucking question. Hello? Bueller?
Half of my life, this person is my best friend.
Uh-huh. And? Whoa, what the fuck was that whole video for, bitch? You never told us if, you still have that friend or not. Just gonna go on. Bro, I'm gonna start doing shorts where it's nothing but me crying. And I'd be like, my beard's not growing any longer. And it's It's getting gray all over the place, except for this one area, which is kind of weird because it makes it look my beard is flowing this way, but it's not. It's just the fucking color. Good morning, Chantel. Always a pleasure. How are you doing this fine morning? Yeah, I hope you're not that triggered Bat Mom because you'd be in the wrong place. I mean, you are in California, right? Right. All right. So those of you who don't know right now, currently going on in Washington, D.C. in the Supreme Court, they are talking about transitioning children that are minors. And some states are like, well, we're not fucking doing that. That's fucking wrong. But then you have these other faggots like, well, I know at 2 years old, they knew what they wanted to be. And then by the time they got to 7 years old, then we can start doing treatment. Did you just hear what you said, you dumb cunt? This is an older video. I did this yesterday. But 2 years old? You know, when I was 2 years old, I don't remember what the fuck I wanted to do, but I'm pretty sure I wasn't like, Mom, I'm a girl. Hold on, I gotta get my 2-year-old voice. Mama, not girl. Mama, not girl. I mean, I was chasing girls in fucking first grade. I was a little ladies' man. And now I just do what the fuck I want. All right, sorry. Got a little off topic. This is a children's hospital. Now, our children's hospital out there. Hey, come here. Come in, Z-Legs. You want your kids to transition? You can do it over here. Just don't tell anybody, okay? If they say anything, you're 18.
Thank you for calling National Hospital. Your call may be recorded for quality assurance.
I was calling for information about gender-affirming hysterectomies.
Okay, so
No, oddly enough, Batmom,
I've been
not high
in
yet.
touch with quite a few hospitals, and a lot of them, well, they said they won't do it for my 16-year-old, and then I was told that this hospital might, and I also saw it on your website.
Oh.
So if you guys do it for a 16-year-old, I would be happy for to come for a consultation or whatever it takes.
Let me get you over to the operator, and I hate to transfer you.
I just want to know if you guys do service that age, before coming all the way for an in-person consult and going through all the paperwork and everything.
Yeah, it depends. Like, each department is different. Some departments cut off for 18. How old is your patient?
16.
Okay, all right, so they're in the clear. I'll email Dr. Call.
They're in the clear?
See what we can do. In the meantime, if you still want me to transfer you, I can still transfer you to surgery.
Yeah.
Hi, I was calling because I'm looking for information about the gender-affirming hysterectomies that you guys offer. Am I in the right place?
Okay. Yes. This is the clinic.
Mexico.
Did you want to make an appointment?
So I was just wondering,
Did I call you Batmom? I don't think I called you Batmom. Unless you live in California. Did I call you Batmom? I may have. Dominique, I haven't started smoking yet, so I'm not high. I'm just high on life. I've been up since 3:30 in the morning.
I've contacted quite a few hospitals already. It seems like
Dominique, did I call you Batmom
difficult
again?
to find one that does the operation for my 16-year-old, and I was told that you guys do that.
Who do?
So if you do it for 16-year-olds, then yes, I'd love to schedule an appointment, a consultation, whatever you need.
If you don't mind me asking, what is your child gender changing to? So I can point you to the right direction.
Transformer.
Yeah, well, he transitioned to male. He
Can that
already
be a T800?
had the top surgery, and now we're looking for the hysterectomy.
I will, Gil.
Okay, beautiful. So I'm going to transfer you to the GYN nurse line. One of the nurses will give you a call to give you more information and to let you know the steps and the protocol that they do for that, okay?
Okay. So they would do it for that age?
Yes.
Okay, great. Is it a common procedure that you guys do for
Answer
that
the question.
age?
Yes, we have all different type of age groups that comes in for that.
For the hysterectomy?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Oh.
Just out of curiosity, do you know, like, what's the youngest age you would do it on?
I'm not sure, but I have seen younger kids, and I'm not, speaking
You're not
HIPAA,
supposed
I'm
to
not
do
allowed
that?
to say that, but I have
Well,
seen.
actually, according to HIPAA, since you didn't mention any names, patients, or conditions, I mean, sorry, I'm a HIPAA
Younger
guru.
kids.
Training every year
Younger
for
than
20
their
years.
childhood age.
Get the gender-affirming hysterectomy surgery?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. I really appreciate your help.
Oh, well, thank you. Thank you. Well, that's a children's hospital. I'm not sure which one it is, but there's more than one. There's one in Boston. There's one in Missouri. Pretty sure there's more than one in California because, California kind of loves that thing. You're not in the in crowd unless you have your kids transition. All right. So this next video, it's from the Capitol. It happened yesterday. Trans day, trans love, trans. We're going to go in the bathrooms in the Capitol building and have a fucking dance party. And I don't know what you're trying to accomplish there, but showing that you're just fucking retarded. And why are you in the women's room? Mr. Penis Man. Mr. Penis Man.
Oh.
Get off the counter, you fucking faggots.
I don't need this.
That's not a lady.
That's what I get.
Yeah, there's that one on the left.
Where's my jewelry? Can we talk?
Hey, ladies, you don't have to be worried about anybody in that fucking bathroom, okay? Don't worry about them. It's not what I look for. Not my type. I wonder how much this influencer gets paid.
Like nobody else can. All the girls are watching him. If you wanna be sure, you best go powder your nose. Go on and powder your nose. 'Cause you wanna look good when you step on the floor. That's why I got a meeting in the ladies' room. I'll be
You guys
back
never had your
real soon.
fucking head stuck in a toilet and flush.
Got a meeting in
I
the
can make that
ladies'
happen.
room. I'll be back real soon. Step
Dude, imagine if I was there trying to take a shit in the motherfucking toilet. doing that.
Took their time. Smoking funny cigarettes and taking the time on their minds. Pass me a
Hi.
mirror.
The fuck out of my bathroom. Not my bathroom. You know what I mean. You know what? That was not cool with me. I mean, granted, I don't think anybody was in the bathroom, but when you saw the lady walk in, there was that lady, I think she was cleaning the bathroom, and they're like, wow, fuck, I gotta wait for these retards to stop dancing. All right. Trigger warning because, well, sometimes the shit I come up with find is pretty fucking brutal. And I don't like this story much more than I like repeating it. But you have to. Because if you don't show the world the reality, everybody stayed hidden in their little fucking shell.
Now, I'm going to talk about a situation. Viewer discretion, please. If you've been victimized, I'm sorry, this is a very difficult conversation. I'm going to take you back to 1997. The person's name was Adam Laubacan. Adam Laubacan offended against a 3-month-old baby. It was so bad that the baby needed reconstructive surgery. One of the worst things I've ever heard in my time as a prosecutor and as a parole officer. Adam Laubacan is now Tara D'Souza. Tara D'Souza is incarcerated at Fraser Valley Institution. This is a multi-level jail for women. that's located in British Columbia. There are children at that jail. So I recently had a video
what?
and it was about the mother-child program. It wasn't necessarily about that program, whether it should exist or not, but it was about the fact that children are living in jail, and oftentimes there are sex offenders that are living close by. One example I gave was about Terry Lynn McClintock. Terry Lynn McClintock lived next door to the mother-child program. And so I exposed this in a video. Sex offenders belong in jail. Sex offenders don't belong in jail next to children.
They don't.
Now, there will be people who were talking about what is this person, Tara D'Souza, even doing in medium security? Well, that's a discussion for another day.
Oh, you don't
question
want
that
to
we're
offend them to
talking
go to
about
jail.
today is, what is Tara D'Souza doing in a jail with children, with babies? These are the most vulnerable, the voiceless. Ann Kelly, the Commissioner of the Correctional Service of Canada, she has had this brought to her attention. And their response has been a shrug of the shoulders. And it's no wonder that they shrug their shoulders. Look at what the minister had to say when we asked in question period.
The safety of children who participate in this long-standing mother-child program is obviously a top priority for the Correctional Service. Mr. Speaker, my colleague knows this program has been in existence for 24
All right, no worries,
years,
brother.
and no child has ever been harmed in any way during this program's implementation.
I don't think so.
Let me get this straight. You're waiting for somebody to get hurt.
It sounds like.
Remember, this person, Tara D'Souza, is actually in jail to prevent them from hurting other people. They are so dangerous that a judge has said you need to stay in jail for the rest of your life to prevent you from hurting people. And yet we put children in jail with that person, a jail that people can simply roam about, walk around in. No one's been hurt. Well, how does the minister know nobody's been hurt? How many children have been gawked at by sex offenders? Doesn't that hurt? What a slap in the face to every victim of sexual violence. What a slap in the face to every single person that Tara D'Souza has hurt. That Terry Lynn McClintock has hurt.
There you
That
go.
every
That gets
other
rid of it.
sexual offender has hurt. They don't even deny that this program has sex offenders living near children. They don't even deny it. You can't make this stuff up. I've done a lot of these videos. People talk to me, they express their outrage, they can't believe that this stuff is happening, and I agree. Here you have the...
That's fucking disgusting. The dude raped a 3-month-old to where it had to have reconstructive surgery. That's pretty fucked up. That's more than fucked up. And this dude, oh, I'm gonna transition to a fucking woman so I can go to this prison. Which, oh, by the way, this prison has mothers and their daughters or children. So they don't want to separate them. Way to go, Canada. Way to go to letting a fucking faggot child molester within touching distance of other people's children. And he is a male. So he can overpower most of those women in that jail if he needed to. Fuck you, Canada. Fuck pissing people off because I don't want to offend them because, well, if you offend people in Canada, you go to jail. Thank God I'm not in fucking Canada. I should put my VPN in Canada just so I can talk shit. Thought about doing that in England and just posting meme after meme after meme. All right, let's get to some more crazy fuckers. How many of you women have shaved your head for this 4B movement? Anybody? Anybody? Well, since nobody has, apparently this swamp donkey feels so good about her fucking shaving her nasty ass head because she wants to support this 4B movement. First of all, bitch, ain't nobody want to sleep with your ass or that barber's ass. Period.
Any last words? You've been fantastic. I'll see you again, never.
Dude, is that hair on your fucking second chin?
Oh my god.
Probably would have helped if you cut it first.
Oh, this is amazing.
This is so cool.
This is one of those deeply satisfying video points.
Oh yes, just whoosh.
Yeah,
That
get
is
rid of all that
yours.
stupid hair dye. You guys,
It's
I don't know
like
if you can see-
confetti.
probably not. This bitch has like,
The worst confetti
Here.
ever.
Do you
look at this fat fuck. Look at this fucking chin hair. What the fuck is that? Or is that leftover fucking dinner that she was saving for later? Oh, you can't see it. God damn it. Because my mouse doesn't show up. I kind of thought it did. Oh well.
want to keep this?
I kind of do.
Of course. Okay. So I anticipated that.
I want
I
to.
imagine she smells like body odor, piss, Crisco, and probably some Doritos chips.
Take it home and show it to my wife. She's aware that this is happening and she's super excited. She was like, "Oh babe, you're gonna look so good with a buzzed head."
Oh, that makes it even worse.
Any last words?
You've been fantastic. I'll see you again never.
Ugh. I'm so excited that this stupid bitch shaved her head to make sure that she knows, everyone knows that she's not going to have sex for 4 years. Bitch, it's been probably like 12 years since you've had sex. I'm just saying. I don't even think black men would fuck with you, to be honest. Well, then again, you're lesbian. Point made. What's we got next? Ooh. 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 Brunswick, Maine. I guess they're having a problem now with illegals. Maine, of all places, where you can obviously kill people. Yes, it was married. Unfortunately. Well, fortunately for us, it wasn't to somebody we know. But I wonder, like, if a white dude had married that, he'd be some skinny fucking white dude that was maybe like 6'10" or 6 feet tall, 116 pounds, which was sickly. But anyway, it looks like if somebody slept with her and they were tiny and she got on top, you were never getting back alive. I mean, unless you swam through those fucking jelly rolls, then maybe you could.
How much is rent here?
Free.
Oh, you live there for free?
After 2 years, we have to pay the rent.
All right, y'all, this is Savannah Hernandez in Brunswick,
My
Maine.
girl,
Reporting to
Savannah.
you from the apartments
Yo.
where migrants are
If there was ever a perfect mix of races, it would be Savannah Hernandez. Half Mexican, half Filipino. My God. My God. Do you want to get married? Or you just want to have my kids? Kids will be okay.
getting their rent paid for up to 2 years. Now, I wanted to give you guys a first inside look at these units. The migrants shared with us that they come
What?
furnished. So
Wow.
they have a flat screen TV in there, couches, tables and chairs,
Cell phone,
a bed.
credit card.
We also asked them as well, hey, are you paying utilities here? They shared with us that nope, they do not have a water bill. They do not have an electricity bill.
And what about the light and the water?
Everything is.
Wow, Dom.
We don't pay
Wow.
Now, I wanted to focus in on this area of Maine because there is a housing crisis going on currently for residents, and these buildings were initially created for Maine residents, but then it was decided that homeless migrants would be
Oh.
living here.
Migrants
Now, as an
matter more than
American,
Americans, guys.
you can rent out one of these units, but a one-bedroom is going to run you about $1,800, and a two-bedroom
Dude, that's
is
more
going
than
to
my
run
mortgage.
you about $2,300. By the way, the average housing price for a house over here in Brunswick is about $480,000. So there was obviously a lot of outrage when it was first discovered that migrants were going to be housed here for free on taxpayer.
Do they have licenses?
Now, I wanted to focus in on Brunswick as well
Nice shopping
because
cart.
this is the same county that has received
Yeah,
FEMA
see, Dom?
funding from that same program that
Dom got
spent
some
almost $1
Filipino in
billion
there.
through the fiscal year of 2023 and 2024 on sheltering illegal immigrants throughout the United States of America. By the way, FEMA coming out and saying that they have run out of that funding.
We are expecting another hurricane hitting. We do not have the funds. FEMA does not have the funds to make it through
Fiscal
the
year
season.
just started. What do you mean?
This is why I wanted to come up this way. This is why I wanted to come to Brunswick, because I wanted to show you guys a comparison of how the federal government is treating American citizens versus illegal immigrants and migrants in this country. This is how migrants up in Maine, up in Brunswick are living. We also went to Bangor, we went to Lewiston, and there are African migrants who share with us that they really like it over here, that they've been treated very well. We spoke to Catholic Charities who told us that they are expecting more migrants. They're actually bringing more migrants up this way.
Yeah, so we're expecting up to 150 refugees starting.
Oh, you're in Bangor.
Yeah.
You're in Bangor, Maine. You know who has a nice mansion up in Bangor? Stephen King.
Yesterday until September 30th, which is the fiscal year. And then we also have walk-in clients, which will increase those numbers. Generally for refugees that we know are coming,
Right.
we help them get set up with an apartment. But we're always looking for like other landlords to work with as well for apartments.
So I wanted to give you guys an idea of what was going on in Maine, the uppermost corners of the United States of America, where you wouldn't expect there to be
Why is there already boards on
migrants.
them?
This is a direct result of the open border, the
That
illegal
sucks,
immigration
that
crisis
he doesn't have
that has been allowed
insurance.
to prosper over the past 3-4 years, and it's stretching to even areas of America that you wouldn't expect.
Yeah, like Bangor, Maine. Never would expect a migrant crisis of. Now, my question is, never mind. They're obviously not from Canada, unless what's this? Oh! Let's talk more about illegals and how they come to this country. Create crime, murder, and drunk driving. Sometimes they take the murder and the drunk driving and they put it together. And on top of that, it was a 7-year-old girl.
The crash that killed a 7-year-old girl and injured her mom. Deputies say a drunk driver is responsible. We first told you about this story yesterday, that a father from Spring is charged in this crash. ABC 13's Chaz Miller reports from the courthouse with what else we've learned this morning.
That family told us before the hearing that they did not want Joel Gonzalez Chassin to be able to get out of jail. A judge, though, just set a bond at $150,000 under conditions, including he can't drive and he has to be subjected to alcohol testing. Here is 7-year-old Ivory Giselle Smith, a second grader in Klein ISD. Her family shared this photo with us this morning, saying she was the life of the party wherever she went. The crash that took her life happened around 2:40 on Sunday morning at Bamble, North Houston and the Sam Houston Parkway. Court documents say Gonzalez Chassin was driving drunk and collided with the car carrying Ivory. Her mom, Christina, was driving. Family tells me she needed surgery, is still in the hospital, and faces a lengthy recovery. Ivory was in the back seat. Unfortunately, she died. But while grieving, Ivory's aunt said she wants to do what she can to turn this tragic situation into some kind of change.
With this. So definitely the laws need to change. I do know drinking and driving is not, the penalties are not stiffer. That's why they get out and they do it again, and they give them a bond.
As for Ivory's mom, I was told that she starts physical therapy today and will have to relearn how to walk.
Oh, they didn't mention the part that the motherfucker was illegal. No wonder it's ABC. Cocksuckers. Yeah, and these motherfuckers just keep coming and coming and coming because why not, right? We're America. We're the land of the free, land of opportunity. Yeah, as long as you come here legally. That's the key word, guys. Legally. I realize there's no such thing as legal stuff now. You can have a weapon, guns charge, and get pardoned by your dad. Tons of tax fraud. Get pardoned by your dad. Wait, his pardon goes back 10 years? What was he doing 10 years ago that he needs a pardon for? But this has nothing to do with that. Let's see. So, I don't know if I played this video before, but it's a 2-part video. One where she fucks around And then the second is where she finds out.
So this is me suffering the consequences of my own actions. I just had a client send her husband into my salon and demand a refund for gift cards pre-purchased because of my stance that if you support a racist, homophobic, misogynist rapist and you're okay with those things.
Well, you were describing me until you said rapist. Relax, lady. Relax.
You are in fact those things. And she was so offended.
Your
by
eyebrows
that
look
she
terrible.
said that she did not feel comfortable coming
And you
to
own
my
a salon?
anymore. And he demanded, and I said, I don't give refunds on gift cards, but he was just being rude. And so I didn't want to deal with him anymore. And
I kind of want to spray her in the face with a spray
anyway,
bottle to
'cause
see
I
how much that
knew-
makeup comes off.
I knew that whole family were Trump supporters because I've been doing her for 15 years. I've been
Have
to
you?
her family functions and family events. She's given me gifts over the years. Like, she was a very good client. And I knew that she was Republican, which I don't have a problem with you
Yeah, no
being a
biggie.
Republican. I have a problem with you wanting to strip human rights away from people.
Oh, you mean
now
like
it's become
in Afghanistan and the Middle East where women have no rights? Go protest over there. Let me know how that works out for you.
evidently clear that Project 2025 was the agenda, and I will stand up for human rights and suffer those consequences because I will stand up for interracial marriage. I will stand up for same-sex marriage. I will stand up for every right of every trans person in this country. I will stand up for the rights of women.
Yo, what does
and
she mean
me-
standing
and
up
me-
for interracial marriages? That's not illegal. This isn't fucking 1912. You stupid bitch.
able to decide their own bodily autonomy for themselves. I will stand up for those basic human rights. And if I lose a client because I stand up for human rights and you are offended, which by the
I literally fought for human rights. What have you done? A TikTok?
way, if you're offended that I said that, you might want to do some inner work because
I have.
the racism and the homophobia and the misogyny in this country is
Racism
so
means nothing anymore.
deeply ingrained in your subconscious that you
The word racism literally has no meaning anymore like it used to 10, 15, 20 years ago. Nobody's racist. People are prejudiced. Oh, that's my wife.
you are unwilling to understand anything, then I can't understand it for you. So if you want to not be my client anymore because I stand up for human rights, like I said in my video, if the shoe fucking fits, wear it with your whole foot, Cinderella.
I would totally face fuck her though, just so she shuts the fuck up. So she's standing up for human rights. She lost one client, but hey, she's standing up for her rights, right? Her rights to interracial marriages. Bitch. My family was started with interracial marriage, and then, I mean, I kind of went interracial, but not really because I'm still Filipino. So I kind of
To cancel their appointment.
Hitler, right? I was trying to purify my race since it was tarnished by colonizers. But it's okay because I'm not white and it sounds much better.
They're dropping like flies. I lost one of my clients today who clearly was a Trump supporter. And they sent me a message. They never cancel their appointment. They don't have the courage to cancel their appointment. And it's just fucking rude. But anyway.
Is it rude?
She messaged me after I had messaged her like, hey, I had you down at 3, just making sure you're on your way. I'm making sure you're okay. And she wrote back, Dear Tiffany.
Fuck off.
Wrong. I am so sorry that this last election has upset you so
I may be confused, but I thought there was only one way to spell Tiffany, and it's Tiffany. How could you misspell it? Maybe she forgot an F.
Much as to elicit the hateful public post you made on TikTok. Not once, but twice. I have really thought highly about you, and your posts have broken my heart. Since you have made it clear how you feel about anyone who doesn't share your opinion, I feel you have left no opinion but for me to move on. I wish you the best, and I am terribly sorry.
Nice sweater, bitch.
Just continuing to lose clients, and I would rather go work at Chipotle, and I was not lying when I said that I was headed to my Chipotle interview, because I did apply to Chipotle.
Why?
Because
you own your own business.
Handout, and it's been a rough year. I'm a single mom, and my ex-husband does help me out a lot during this time because I refuse to ask for help.
Wait, you're a single mom, and your ex-husband does help you out at this time. You said a lot. So, I mean, I'm curious. You're not asking for a handout, but you literally get handouts from your ex-husband?
But I would rather go and do what I need to do and work at Chipotle after my 22-year career in this industry and refuse to let people feel comfortable in my space to support racism, homophobia, and misogyny and a rapist. I would rather go work there than have people feel comfortable in my space with that and that mentality. So, again, I'm reaping what I sow. I am suffering the consequences of my own actions. But
Good.
I stand by what I said. I absolutely stand by what I said. And so if you see me working at Chipotle as a business owner and a salon owner of 22 years, say hi. Be kind, because this life is fucking hard.
Yo, bitch. If I see you working at Chipotle and you want me to say hi, it's going to be like this. Can I get a bowl? Brown rice. Black beans? Yeah. None of that queso. No. Lactose intolerant. Pico. The corn. The green salsa. Fuck it. Throw some shredded cheese on there. Some sour cream. Some guacamole. Thank you. To go. That's what you're going to get out of me, bitch. Okay, here we go. No, that's it. That's it for TikTok. All right, let's get back to YouTube. I found some very interesting videos on YouTube. Some of them involve SovCits. Some of them involve, well, if you don't know what a sovereign citizen is, it's somebody who claims to be from the United States and does not have to follow the laws because they are a free and individual person. But I've got two of them up for you today. One of them who thinks you don't need a license plate to draw on your car because you're not driving. You're traveling, right? Traveling. So it's okay. You don't need anything. You don't need a driver's license. You don't need tags on your car. As long as you say, I'm a SovCit. Trust me, the cops know what you are. And they know how to handle you. Sometimes. This was one of those times.
I'm asking you a question. I'm asking you what crime have I...
Morning. Reason on top of you, no tag on your vehicle.
Well, the car is not registered.
Why is that?
Because I just put a motor in and I got to do the emission drive on it, drive cycle.
Bro, you got your license with you?
I don't have a driver's license. I'm not driving anyway. I'm traveling.
Okay.
Yo, in case you don't know, these sovereign citizens, these First Amendment auditors, just like when they catch the pedophiles, they have a fucking script they follow word for word for word. It's crazy. That's how I already know what they're going to say.
I need to know if you only got a sovereign citizen. Hold on, stay in the car, stay in the car, stay in the car. Stay in the car.
Stupid.
Stay in the car.
You going because I did not violate no law. I didn't violate no law. And you violated my constitutional right to liberty. You restricted me on my liberty.
Oh. Oh, okay.
I don't have no weapons. I haven't committed no crime.
Stay in the car.
I didn't commit no crime. I don't
Right.
have no weapons. So
I don't care how many times you repeat it.
In the car.
If you gonna me,
stay in the car.
If you
Wow, I'm surprised that this
Yo,
sausage
what-
actually wants to get out of the car. Don't
Yeah,
they
normally.
normally lock their doors and put up their windows so the cops can't get to them? I guess they want to do the opposite of whatever
yeah.
a cop tells them to do.
And they do that because, oh, if my windows are closed, you can't get me and I can't hear you until their windows get busted out. Those are fun too.
This is ridiculous. I'm gonna stay in the car. But you gonna me because just for driving?
Need a 73.
What, you finna take me to jail? You finna take me to jail for no reason?
Stay in the car.
I'm asking you a question.
Stay in the car.
What's up, Rockstar?
I'm gonna light your ass up.
No, you're good, brother.
I'm
Hope you have a good day at work.
You finna me for traveling.
Stay in the car.
I'm in the car. I got my hands out the car so you see I ain't got no weapons. What is you tripping on? What are you tripping on? I'm out the car so you ain't got no weapons.
That's not how we do this.
Hey.
No,
Snatch away from me, I'm telling you right
wait
now.
a minute.
Hands
I
on
haven't
screen,
committed
man.
no
Power in your
crime.
ass.
I haven't committed no crime.
Get out of the car.
And
Get out of the car.
Now. Thank you.
Get out the car.
That's what I was trying to do.
Bro, you snatch away from me, we gonna have
I
an
didn't
issue.
snatch away from nobody. First of all, I'm asking you a question. I'm asking you what crime have I committed? I'm asking what crime have I committed?
Hey, relax. Relax. Whoa. Oh, got him. Nope. No, they didn't get him. Where you going, bro? You would have just gotten tickets. You know that, right? Are you going to jump off the bridge?
I ain't committed no crime.
Get over here.
You know, he would have gotten 2 tickets and the car would have been towed. That's it.
Where's one? Get over. Oh. First of all, you gotta tell me what crime I committed. Get over there. No. You gotta tell me what crime I committed.
Wow,
Yank
so
his
this
ass.
proves how psychotic these people are. So, dude, you would prefer to jump off a bridge rather than just comply with what the cops tell you to do. Insanity.
This is not right. This is not right.
Get over the fence.
No, first of all,
Get over the fence.
You can't even talk to me like a man and tell me what crime I committed. What's wrong with you?
I got it.
But you fought, so what's wrong with you? I mean, I get
You
it.
can't tell me what crime I committed. What crime have I committed?
You drive with no license.
What you mean?
Ain't no tag.
First of all, that is not a law.
And now,
That's a state. That's
you're going to get resisting.
a come on, man. That is not a law. Ready? Come on, we coming over here. Come on, man.
There you go.
Hands behind your back. Put your hands behind your back.
I got his leg. Go.
Why don't they ever put their fucking fingers in the dude's ribs? Because guarantee you he'll comply a little bit. A little bit more than just that.
Right now.
What you got?
Put your arm behind your back. Go ahead and put your arm behind your back. No.
Hold on.
All right, I'm gonna stand.
Stand.
Whoa, he's already down.
Put your hands behind
I got it. Watch your leg, watch your leg.
Put it behind your back.
I got it.
You gonna get it again?
Cuff.
Put your other hand behind your back. I'm on top of it. How
I don't think Sparky affects him.
my neck.
Right there.
My neck.
Where you kicking?
Put your hands. Stop fighting. My neck.
Got it right here, right here.
His neck.
Put the other one on.
All I asked you was what crime have I committed?
We told you.
Moron, he already told you like 5 times what crimes you have committed. Just like other soft SIDS and frauditors, you prefer just to not listen.
What? That is not no crime. That is not even an arrestable offense.
Well, it wasn't until you made it.
Subject to change. What shit y'all doing? Units code 10. Yeah, you like it? Subject to change, 849 units code 10. That's bullshit y'all doing. Driving without a license is a crime. That is not no crime. Easy. What you need a license for? That is not a crime.
I like those guys in the back. They're like, yeah.
What is it?
Y'all need anything? You guys look like they got this.
That's why you have brother. So tell me, whenever you end up in jail, tell me it's an arrestable offense. I was in the. Okay, whenever you go to jail. I got. You gotta help me up. I'm asking you to help me up, man.
I mean, they're trying to.
No, I was talking to brother. You see what? Sorry. You see I was driving. I'm asking you, what crime I offended? Going to jail.
Ain't nobody here your brother. We all brothers.
We all are brothers. We are from
Yeah,
the
brothers.
Step over the rail. Hold on. We from the human
Brothers
family, bro.
in Christ.
We is from the human family.
That's what they say, right?
These are y'all agents for the corporation. Y'all, that's because y'all comply.
What?
Take consent of the government.
What'd you lose?
Take consent of the government. Go ahead with Charlie. My name is Babe. Step over. I don't want to kick you, brother.
There you go. Good job. My car.
Yeah, put him in the car.
Right here. When you right here?
Yeah, right
I'm
there.
here.
It'll be the first car that he pointed at.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, no problem. That's crazy, man. What crime I committed?
Oh,
Can you
I
ask me
guess
that?
not.
What crime I committed? I shot
Drive no license, no tag.
Jaywalking.
That is not no crime.
It is.
Jaywalking.
It is not.
You got cop a
It is
ticket.
not. That is not no crime.
All right, idiots. So are you finally satisfied? You caused all this ruckus. You're about to jump off a bridge for what? You're in the exact same position you would have been in if you just complied like a man.
And I said the next time I was going to make y'all if I get into something. Wait a minute, my keys right there. So
Doesn't matter. We'll handle everything.
I'm asking you
Wait, y'all didn't
Double lock
search him yet?
Hold on, let me double lock this.
Hold on. Turn around. Turn around. We'll get your keys and
It's
all that.
gonna hurt.
You want to hurt me because you know I know the law. You know
If
I
you
know
knew the
law
law,
about
you wouldn't
the
have ran.
Constitution and the right. Because it's not no crime.
You would've just gotten 2
It ain't no
tickets.
arrestable offense. That ain't even no arrestable offense.
You're going to find out today.
Come on,
Oh.
what do you mean today?
You're gonna find out today, boy.
You want to.
He's arresting you for
All right.
I didn't
breaking
do
the
nothing
law.
to
Sit in
him.
the car.
Okay, well, sit down.
I didn't do. He came.
Slide across.
Come on, brother.
Slide across.
I'm trying. If you let me.
All right, let's try a little harder.
You went from a
I
tick
am.
to taking your ass to jail.
What?
Slide across.
That shit work.
Yeah, here you go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Make sure you get him for not having people hold on to.
When he was running, man, I was like, if I tase me.
Because at first he's trying to get out of the car. I'm like, I'm trying to press the car in, tell him no,
Yeah, right.
control him.
All right, we got him. Why'd he run?
Where is it?
I gave it to somebody.
Might have gave it to Ferris.
Who's missing what?
Appreciate it, bro.
Somebody missing their pistol?
No, when he was running, I was like, if I tase him, that shit might not work.
With that coat on.
That's why when he was running,
That's
I
why
knew
I
I
let
wasn't gonna
go,
stop
because
him.
I thought you were going to tase him.
Yeah.
Should have aimed for the
Because
neck.
I had him around the neck, and I'm trying to take him down, but then I'm like, okay, he about to tase, but just let go.
Right. Huh?
This came out of his jacket.
I'm
What is it, a ticket?
But when he ran, I was like, you know what? Let me get this jacket off of him, and maybe then we can tase him.
If you guys have known, you guys should have tased him while he was still in the car, so he wouldn't have done all this nonsense. And notice how the workers were still working when he was on
Yeah.
the ledge. It's like they've seen this 100 times and they could not care less.
We don't get paid by the hour, we get paid by the job.
I was wondering, I should have communicated. We should have communicated, but I was wondering what you were doing. I was like, cause that's when I had him right here, and I'm trying to pull him down, I'm about to choke him out.
Uh-huh.
And then you was like, I'm like, oh, he about to tase, let me let him go.
Try to let him choke him out.
Yeah.
What was he driving?
That car right there.
The car without license plate.
You all right? Shoulder.
Yo, the dude that was just standing there in the background,
Yeah, I thought he was
and the
about to
one
jump
searching the
off there. That's
coat.
what I thought. That's why I'm holding on to him for dear life. I'm like, he about to fucking jump.
I said, not
When
today.
I pulled up and he was hanging over the side, I was like, oh shit.
Shit.
I didn't know you had a bush behind.
No, we didn't at first. He was in the car.
Yeah.
And he kept trying to push out the car, and I was holding the car shut, and I was like, no, you ain't getting out the car.
Nah, nigga, you ain't opening this
And
door.
then he came, and that's when we got him out trying to put handcuffs on. We were in this closed space right here.
Yeah.
Because then he started twisting around. I had about a chokehold, and then he started coming back at him. We came back, tried to take him, I let him go. And then, I guess because he had his jacket on, I wasn't going to do nothing anyway. So we ran over here. He was on this ledge, hanging off the ledge. He was about to jump off the ledge. We
Why
tried
didn't
to
you
pull
tase
him,
him while he was running?
jumping.
He didn't have his jacket on at that point.
Everybody okay? You okay?
Yeah.
So when you
Yep,
said
you
cross
okay?
the tracks, I was getting ready to go on that side.
Well,
I said, I'm cut him off.
he initially ran like right there.
Right there?
He went down that way.
Yeah.
Whew. I said I won't get into all this, and I came down here, man. Jesus.
There's no law for no to travel, is it? Huh?
It's unlawful, huh?
You just traveling. That's what I was doing. I was traveling. How
Traveling.
was you traveling? I was traveling by my means of that's my car, that's my transportation, that's my daughter's car.
Oh,
I
it's your
didn't
daughter's
put a
car.
motor in it. I need to drive it to get it passed through a mission. You gotta drive it. Huh? So you had to drive it. I have to test it. Yeah. Right, you said you had to drive it. No, he said I was driving. You just said that. Huh?
Well,
you just said you had
that's
to drive
driving is technically driving.
You just said that. So you using word magic now. You said you had to drive it, right? No, you using word magic. Did you not say that? So okay, you working. Are you calling me a liar? Yes, I am calling you a liar. All right, we're done talking then. We're done talking. Whenever fire start me already. Hey, we're done talking. Hey, I'll stay with the car.
This guy was an absolute lunatic. He was charged with driving without a license, failure to produce registration, and resisting arrest. He should have been charged with aggravated resisting arrest, if that's a thing, because he preferred to jump off a ledge rather than...
Surprised they didn't get him for not having a registration. But you know what?
I am the attorney.
Got arrested, got charged. This isn't the same guy. But what happens when the person that is being charged doesn't show up in a court, right? So let's just say I'm going to court and they're going to call Javi. Now, I could be there, but I can say that I'm a representative and a I forgot what I was going to say. He'll say it. He'll say it. And this court, this judge, oh, he fucking got him. He got them. And it was amazing.
In fact, for the said name at hand here.
Okay, so you're the last one on the calendar this morning.
Hello? Judge? Tim? Tim?
What's that?
Okay.
Mr. Moore, you can come forward, sir. Yeah.
Speaking of the microphone.
Okay. Are you Sherman Moore?
I am not.
You're not. Okay. And so are you appearing on Mr. Moore's behalf?
Yes.
Okay.
I am yes, here for that matter to handle the matter that's at hand.
Okay.
Okay.
And are you an attorney, sir?
I am the attorney, in fact, for the said name at hand here.
Okay, so you are an attorney representing Sherman Moore?
Yes, I will be handling the case for Mr. Moore.
Okay.
Cool.
And
What's
are
your
you
name?
licensed by the state of Washington to practice as an attorney?
I am not licensed or a bar member or a lawyer or anything of the such, but I am here as a beneficiary executive. for
Beneficiary,
the said
there you go.
name.
Okay. Okay, let me, before I respond, let me see if the city takes any position. Mr. Gunderson, is the city taking any position on the representation of Mr. Moore in this matter? I don't even know if you're appearing on behalf of the city in this matter.
Good morning, Your Honor. Will Gunderson, prosecuting for the city. Your Honor, the city does typically appear for the contested hearings in which officers have been subpoenaed.
Was an officer subpoenaed in this matter?
Yes. Your Honor, the officer is present. Officer Berglund is here. Your Honor, my position at this point is to request a short continuance in this case. The basis being I rely on the Judicial Information System, or JABS, review that information relevant to the particular case within the last 20 minutes. JABS database has gone down. Oh.
And do
now.
you take a position on the representative of Mr. Moore appearing in his stead this morning for purposes of the hearing?
Your Honor, ultimately, the city would defer to the court on whether or not the individual is present is allowed to act on behalf of the defendant. To cut to the chase, Your Honor, this sounds like it might be a sovereign citizen type of situation. I don't know if the individual that is seated here is in fact the defendant, or if he is a completely separate person, separate and apart from the defendant that was pulled over at the time this incident took place. So that is a red flag, so to speak, or a question mark that does get raised in the city's mind, for which the city does believe that a further inquiry by the court may be appropriate. But ultimately, Your Honor, with regards to any representation, city will defer to the court.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Gunderson. So, sir, I'm going to ask you to identify yourself for the record, please.
I am one of the people.
I'm sorry?
One of the people.
Okay.
Okay.
Are you or have you been previously named or identified by the state of Washington as Sherman Moore?
I am not Sherman Moore.
Okay.
The entity in which you speak of.
Okay. And do you have any relationship to Sherman Moore?
I am just the beneficiary of that name.
Of the name.
Well, the problem that we have here is that at this point, based upon the record that I have before me,
here it comes.
Sir, you are not authorized to represent Mr. Moore as an attorney in this matter because you are not a licensed attorney by the state of Washington. And at this point in time, based on the record, Mr. Moore has not appeared in.
Oh, he's right here, sir. Sherman Moore is right here. The name in which you speak, he is right here, sir.
Well, that, for the record, you're holding up a piece of paper.
Yes, the document, Sherman Moore, the entity in which you speak of, and one in which you tend, or this court intends to charge. So
This guy's unbelievable. I wish we could see him. For whatever reason, if you're not on Zoom or in jail, the only thing you get in this for this judge is him. I'm glad he stepped up to the mic though, because we couldn't hear him at the beginning. This is awesome. This is a full script subset. Man, never go full script. Everyone knows you never go full script.
I am just the beneficiary of said entity. That is all. And that's why I'm here. So basically, I'm trying to find out the nature of said charges that pertain to.
Okay, the nature. He just wants the nature.
Sure, certainly.
Is this a criminal or a civil matter is what I'm trying to figure out here, sir.
This is a civil matter. So Sherman Moore, or an individual identified as Sherman Moore, was issued an infraction here in the city of Lakewood on September 5th, 2024, and was ordered to respond to the issuance of that infraction, which it appears that he did, and requested a contested hearing in which he is asking to challenge the evidentiary sufficiency of the information relied upon by the issuing officer who issued the infractions or the issuance of those infractions. But by requesting that hearing, Mr. Moore, or the individual who was issued the infraction named Sherman Moore, indicated that he would appear in person. As a living person. Here in court. And the problem that I have at this point in time is that based upon the record that I have before the court, Mr. Moore has not appeared as a living, breathing human being in this court in response to his request for a hearing.
I am simply just a man on the land that is here on behalf of that name.
He's trying to help you.
As the beneficiary for that name.
I understand that. But at this point,
there's a claim being made. So therefore, like I said, I'm just here to understand the
Alex,
nature. You say it's a civil, so where is the verified complainant for said charges?
the verified complainant is the city of Lakewood, represented by the attorney on behalf of the city, who is seated in the courtroom to your left, appearing down to my right. And Mr. Gunderson, I'm just going to ask you to formally identify yourself for the record.
Thank you, Your Honor. Will Gunderson, prosecuting for the city. I am
Will.
licensed to practice law in the state of Washington. My bar number is 46991.
So the plaintiff in this case is the city of Lakewood. They are appearing here this morning through counsel, or this afternoon through counsel. It also appears that the officer who issued the infraction to Mr. Moore is also present in court in response to the subpoena that was issued for his appearance. It appears that the only individual who has failed to appear for this hearing is the respondent, Sherman Moore. And so at this point in time, with the matter having been on the calendar at 10:30 a.m., it's now 12:04 p.m. Given that Mr. Sherman Moore has not appeared in person for this hearing, pursuant to the rules for infractions in Washington courts, the court will find that Mr. Moore has failed to appear and will enter a finding of committed to each of the 5 infractions.
Oopsie.
And I believe that concludes our court's calendar for today. So thank you all very much. At this point in time, the court will be at recess.
Gavel. Gavel,
Understood,
bitch.
Judge.
You know, this is the way every judge needs to take care of these guys.
It
You
gets
don't want to
better, guys.
identify yourself, then you didn't show up. And it just never works.
Where did they read that?
Yeah, I'll do it in the, yeah. Yep.
All right. Where did they read that? Maybe seated.
Chirp. Chirp, chirp.
So are we continuing or what's? Based off of what grounds or what?
Oh.
Mr. Moore did not.
Sherman Moore is here. I am the man of the Moore, Sherman of the Moore family. I am not the entity in which you speak of. What? What kind of charade show is going on here?
Oh, you wanted to
So
represent.
what happens now? I have to file an appeal? Okay, okay. So I'm being railroaded. So the officer never had to show or anything, basically on the basis that
Officer was there.
so the witness or the subpoena I never got to cross-examine.
Okay.
I love it. The judge just gets up and this guy just keeps talking. No one's listening, but he's still going to talk. I mean, seriously, I really want to know, what does he think that this is going to do? Talking to no one. What good does he think that this is going to do him in
Shit, I
court?
never put it back on the big screen. It
Absolutely
doesn't matter.
hilarious.
It was really just looking at the judge anyway. How do you think about that? The fucking sovereign citizen? 2 in a row. 0-2.
A CBS News investigation.
Oh, what if? So if we had drugs taken by the ATF that was stolen from American citizens, repurposed, and sold to the Mexican cartels, only for them to be resold to Americans illegally. We know that happened. It happened under Barack Obama, Operation Fast and Furious. You don't think they would do that again? At least not the ATF. Which the ATF may or may not. But this group is not the ATF.
A CBS News investigation found dozens of law enforcement leaders buying and illegally selling guns. A review of government audits and court records over the last 20 years uncovered instances in 23 states across the U.S., plus Puerto Rico and Washington, D.C., for a total of more than 50 cases. And people who were supposed to protect and serve were selling these high-powered guns and making a steep profit. Erin Couchy, who led this reporting, is here with me in Studio 57. She's a producer.
No lie, though. Back when Barack Obama was the president and people were fearing that ARs were going to be illegal. So everybody was mad buying these rifles up. You can get one for $600, and then you'd go look on aftermarket on a place like Arms List, and they were selling the same thing for $1,500, $1,600, $1,000 more. Fucking nuts. Not saying I did that. I mean, I never didn't resell them. Of course I bought them. Anyway, that's pretty much all of that story. The rest of them is just those two talking, and nothing's going to be done. Typical.
So, first...
Here we go.
So...
This one really made me think. Why would Joe Biden be considering pardoning Anthony Fauci? Why would he want to pardon Anthony Fauci? I don't know. We're going to let them talk about this for a minute and get their opinions, because if you want to ask my opinion, he doesn't deserve a pardon. He murdered millions of people.
First, feel free to destroy what I just said. I'll start with you, Representative Krishnamurthy. Do you understand where I'm coming from with word of these preemptive potential pardons?
Yeah, I don't like it. I think the pardon power is too unconstrained as it is. I actually, in the first Trump administration, drafted legislation to try to bring more transparency to the pardon process and try to get rid of this idea of preemptive pardons, which is basically a get out of jail free card even before any crimes have been charged, which doesn't make any sense. I think it's being abused and it needs to stop.
Jake, I get why. Then it's not going to happen. You're not going to pardon Trump. Biden won't do it. But aren't you concerned that we're about to have
Why would Liz Cheney need a pardon? What did she do? What did she do? That's kind of weird.
Another round of lawfare? Will they just investigate all of your guys who investigated them?
Yes, I am concerned that Trump is going to weaponize the Department of Justice to go after his real or perceived political enemies.
Like Joe
what I
Biden
reject, though, Chris, about some of your framing is the equivalency between the two sides. I was in the chamber along with Raja on January 6th, and what we saw was one party abase themselves by genuflecting to Donald Trump's insistence on holding on to power, even at the cost of the lives of Capitol Hill police officers. And the other party, Democrats, walked back into that chamber, and we certified the election results. And we also, as a party, said ahead of the 2024 election results that we were going to respect them, win or lose. And we have lost, and we respect those election results. That peaceful transfer of power, that is not a both sides issue. That is one side has respected it, the other side has not. So, yes, I agree that it's a blood sport right now on the football field, but we're at least respecting the referees. The Republicans are yelling at the referees like some unhinged dads at a Pop Warner game.
Okay, fair, eloquent, but counter narrative. You are working the refs, and you have done these things. It was Democrats that did Russiagate when you had no chance of removing him. And wound up empty, and based on intelligence, if you want to call it that, that you misled, not you, Jake, but that the party and the people who are doing it misled a lot of people about the depth and the significance of it, okay? And yes, you went in and certified, so did the Republicans, okay? And yes, Trump is easy to beat up on as a piñata, but you got to do more than that to win an election. And we just saw what happens when that's all you do. And then Hunter Biden's laptop was covered up by the DOJ under Biden's watch.
You don't say.
That's weaponizing that agency. Giving him a pardon that is really about pardoning the Biden family is exactly what you accuse Trump of. And then saying it's about prosecutorial overreach when it's on your watch and everything that happened to Trump isn't?
Yeah.
How am I supposed to take
All
that
I'm
as fair?
saying is, if Joe Biden wants to go out with a bang and piss off the Democratic Party, pardon all the J6 people. All of them. That would really piss them off.
You put a lot on the table there. I'm not sure I can respond to all of this.
I flooded the zone, Jake. I'm hoping you forget something, and then I'll take it as agreement.
After
a
you,
couple
Jake.
of elements there. First of all, no, both sides did not certify the election.
Not pardon, because that would mean they actually committed a crime. Release them. Release them.
The majority of the Republican conference did not have the courage of their convictions or the courage to defend the Constitution. Number two, Hunter Biden, as I have said from the very beginning, to the extent that Hunter Biden has committed crimes, Hunter Biden should be accountable for them. No person in this country, whether the president
is above the law
or their family member, is above the law. I have disagreed with the president's pardon of his son, but it is worth noting, can you imagine a scenario where a family member of Donald Trump would have been prosecuted by the Department of Justice when he is president? So the fact that that even happened when Joe Biden was president just demonstrates, again, this is not a both sides issue. We follow the rule of law. Donald Trump wants to turn the Department of Justice into his own personal law firm.
Yeah, until Biden didn't. Roger, get in here.
Well, I was just going to say, again, this pardon power, I want to just go back to this. What it does is it really gets people to question the fair application of the law. You know, when Donald Trump was president, he pardoned Ivanka Kushner's father-in-law, Charlie Kushner, whom he just appointed as the ambassador to France.
Yeah,
which
crazy.
is crazy, in my
France.
opinion. If you look at the
We'll
allegation.
get into this more in a couple days. France might be getting new leadership
Against him and what happened. Anyway, the bottom line is this, which is I strongly feel that at this point we should consider constraining the power,
They do.
the pardon power, because
And
I think
Iger.
we're going to go potentially.
It's in the Constitution, and it's left almost unfettered. We don't even know if these guys can't pardon themselves. How would you have it?
So, for instance, one of the things that we know you can do is shed more light on the pardon. Today, you can actually pardon somebody in secret.
Yeah.
Believe it or not.
Really?
And you don't even have to disclose that a pardon was issued ever. And so there's nothing that would prevent, for instance, bringing transparency to that situation.
So here's my promise to you guys. And Jake, you're looking at me hard right now, but I know that you are a future leader in that party, and they all speak.
Fuck, he's not. Oh, here we go. Butte County. Wow, what a name for a county. Butte County, California. Some gunman decided he wanted to go onto a campus, and he shot 2 kindergartners, and he is dead. Last I heard, the kids were at the hospital, and they were doing okay. And then about 10 minutes before I went live, hey, what's up, Jilly? They said that they were in critical condition. But here's the story.
We begin with that breaking news, a school shooting in Butte County. This is To The Point. I'm Becca Hoppiger. Tonight, we know at least 2 students, a 5-year-old and a 6-year-old, are recovering in the hospital. The shooting happened at Feather River School of Seventh-day Adventists in Palermo. That's about an hour north of Sacramento. Tonight, investigators say the suspected shooter is dead. This is a live picture inside the Butte County Sheriff's Office, and we are expecting another update on this shooting at any moment now. The Sheriff's Office says they're working alongside the FBI. We will bring you that update live as soon as we get it. But first, ABC 10's Roxanne Elias is live in Palermo near the school. Roxanne, what do we know so far about the shooter and how this all unfolded?
Non Nintendo.
Well, Becca, the Butte County Sheriff's Office says
Bro, look
2
at that
students,
microphone
one
box
5,
at the
one
bottom.
6 years old, were shot and are in the hospital right now. They also say the suspect is dead following this school shooting. They're trying to identify who this man was. Now, this all started around 1 this afternoon when the Sheriff's Office got calls of an active shooter at the Seventh-day Adventist school. Now, when deputies
Oh,
got
that's an
there, they
aircraft.
found the 2 students who
That's
were
not-
hurt. They also found the suspected shooter who was dead from what appeared to be a self-inflicted gunshot wound. The
What a
sheriff's office
pussy.
says it appears the man came onto campus to meet with the principal to discuss possibly enrolling a student. After the meeting, the principal heard shots being fired and screams, and that's when they found the students shot and the gunman. Deputies believe the gunman was dropped off at the school by a gray 4-door sedan, and they're now trying to find
Why are they
that
blurring out
driver
his
of
body?
that sedan and learn more about the shooter.
We're working to delve into this individual's background to figure out what prompted him to do this. We have received some information.
No,
that
Bat
he
Mom.
may have targeted.
There's no BUUUUTTT. It's Butt County.
This school because of its affiliation with the Seventh-day Adventist Church.
Following the shooting, students were taken to the Orville Church of Nazarene about 9 miles away and were reunited with their parents. Right now, the FBI is helping with this investigation. The sheriff's office would not tell us the condition of the boys. We're still waiting to hear from that. We're going to have an update coming up at 6:30 this afternoon. I'm live in Butte County. Roxanne Elias, ABC 10.
Give me a break. I was looking these stories up at like fucking 3:04 in the morning. Yo, this story is about, I believe it's 8 years old, but I didn't find out about it till this morning. You can be a rich and successful doctor and a dog show judge. I guess you're supposed to be well known, and your name is Adam Stafford King. And you get, this is 8 months ago, my bad. Still, 8 months, 8 years. Surprised I haven't heard about this until now.
And new here at 6 o'clock, a Chicago veterinarian is facing charges for child pornography. 39-year-old Adam Stafford King was arrested Friday at his home in Elburn. We do want to warn you, some of the details in this report are disturbing and graphic. NBC5's Lexi Suter is live from the veterinarian office where he works in the Avondale neighborhood with more about these allegations. Lexi.
And Kate, this MedVet facility behind me, this was one of my first calls today. The facility not commenting on the allegations one of its employees faces. Here's what we know so far. Adam King is an eye doctor here at MedVet. He also breeds puppies and is well known on the national dog show circuit because he's a judge. Tonight,
Is he a med vet? Or is he an optometrist? Ophthalmologist. Ophthalmologist? That's not an eye doctor.
though he's making headlines for allegations of child porn. According to the FBI and these court documents, King allegedly was chatting online about a plan to sexually assault his newborn son that's due this week. He also allegedly previously admitted in an online chat that he sexually abused his nieces and nephews in the past. This is all according to the criminal complaint made public today. And King's attorney also not commenting on this case. We are digging deeper into this story and we'll bring you even more details tonight at 10 o'clock. For now, we're live in Avondale. Lexi Suter.
Bro. That kid was supposed to be born like in a week and he already had plans on molesting it. What the fuck is wrong with that dude? And he's a serial offender. I wonder how he got away with the previous one. That's fucking insane.
There's over...
Let me get to the end of this.
Segregation,
now that we're
imperialism,
done
colonialism.
with, the news, stupid people, and retards. Now we're going to move on to retards, stupid people, and, well, morons. So we're going to end it with about 40 minutes of you guys listening to Charlie Kirk. All right, it's Charlie Kirk. And he's talking to some college kids, giving them some knowledge or giving us something to laugh at.
Dropped out of college, and your highest
community college.
Sorry, your Harper College experience. I apologize.
Barely was smart enough to make it through community college.
Okay, so
barely
and
made it through high school,
your
too.
highest degree level is an honorary doctorate degree from Liberty University.
No, that's true. I do have an honorary PhD.
Yeah. So essentially, what are your qualifications for arguing that college is a scam, or really having any economical knowledge at all, when likely the vast majority of the students here know more than you about economics?
You're college kids. You're no older than 21, 22 years old. What the fuck do you know about economics other than what's taught in your books while you're still in college?
Economics as a whole.
Okay, so, no, hold on. It's okay, guys. It's okay. Who's Milton Friedman?
Who's Milton Friedman? I have no idea, and it's not important to this conversation.
Who is Ludwig von Mises?
These are all probably economists, and the same
Yeah,
thing.
who is John Maynard Keynes?
Okay, obviously I know who Keynes is.
Oh, obviously, yeah.
He's the most famous economist of all time.
You don't know Milton Friedman?
I mean, that's an economist.
Okay, how about Murray Rothbard?
That's another economist.
F.A. Hayek?
I don't know who that is.
Well, then you just came here and insulted my intelligence. You're right, I barely made it through community college because I was too busy, I don't know, starting a national youth movement with hundreds of thousands of members.
Hey, hold on, though. Hold on.
Employing hundreds of people, raising hundreds of millions of dollars, having a top 10 most popular podcast, and reaching tens of millions of people online every day.
Sure,
but hold on.
but you're also
What are my
calling all of your
qualifications?
constituents idiots
No,
by
I've
saying they
never said that,
participate in a
actually.
scam. Their
Hold on a
shirt's
second.
right there.
Charlie Kirk doesn't have constituents. Let's get that straight. But you're smarter than me, got it?
I'm calling the institution a scam.
So then
I never
why-
insulted
okay,
the
so then-
intelligence. I just
so
had
then-
10 people come up and we had
Happy
warm
Meth Day, short
conversations.
bus.
So you asked, what are my qualifications? I'm a job creator, entrepreneur, autodidact. Do you know what that word means?
Self-taught.
Yeah, self-taught. You know, you should probably learn that word if you want to come up and insult other people's
Oh, he's
intelligence.
asking.
So autodidacticism is what Leonardo da Vinci was. You don't have to go to college to be wise. You don't have to go to college to be intelligent. I read 100 books a year. I visit over 150 colleges.
I'm not saying you're unintelligent. I'm just saying you lack qualifications.
Well, are you a New York Times bestseller?
Of course not. I'm in college.
Got it. So I'm just trying. What are my qualifications? I have published books, read lots of books, dialogued with a lot of people, and instead of asking what my qualifications are,
yet
can you
you're
name one thing I've
consistently
ever said?
wrong.
Hold on. Name one thing I'm wrong about.
You literally just now incorrectly cited the difference between socialism and communism. While you
Socialism leads to
How
communism.
so? You claimed that Russia was socialist. Russia was
The
never
Soviet
socialist.
Union was
No,
socialist.
no, it was a communist nation. There is a
Democracy leads to socialism. Socialism leads to communism.
significant difference
Well,
between the two.
why did Lenin say that socialism is the gateway to communism, and he was self-described socialist in his private treatise and documents in the Russian Revolution?
Lenin
before
was
he took
overtaken
over
by
the
Stalin.
capital? Hold on a
Not
second. No,
true.
Lenin died, and then Stalin was his successor.
Yes.
So, but Lenin himself said, quote, that socialism is the introductory phase to communism. Did he not say
so
that?
then the vast majority of people, when they're referring to communist Russia, are referring to Stalin's rule over Russia. That was a communist rule that turned into a fascist rule later on.
Okay, so but what thinker was deified in Soviet Russia?
What thinker was deified?
Karl Marx.
Oh, and what book did Marx write?
Yes, he wrote Capital, and he also wrote the
Communist Manifesto. Who was his co-author?
Who was co-author?
Yeah, Engels. Good. I'm
Engels.
glad college is really paying off for you.
Hey.
So no, but it's okay. It's fine. He comes up here and insults my intelligence. What are your qualifications? Doesn't even know the co-author of the Communist Manifesto or doesn't
Listen,
tell. But no, let me just,
Again, but does my lack of knowledge on that mean that I have no
but
knowledge?
you came
Again,
up,
is that
up
the
here
same
and
thing?
insulted me, and you came up here guns a-blazing, man. And let me just ask again, what did I say that was wrong? I said that under the generally agreed upon definition of communism and socialism, which are interchangeable terms, one is a more harsh degree of the other, is that the elimination of the family, the elimination of private property, and the deprivation of basic human rights such as right to speech, right to assembly, and right to worship. How is that not a good definition of communism or
Because
socialism?
that
as per
explains
the doctrine?
fascism better.
Well, but in the Communist Manifesto, Marx said, quote, "We are here to destroy the nuclear family and eradicate the family because it was the original oppressive, tyrannical structure." He said religion is the opiate of the masses and that private property must be eradicated. I have just now documented all three of those with evidence back to original source documents. And then in practice, Russia did all those three things when they were the Soviet Union. So where am I wrong?
But then at the same time, if you claim that those are all negative things, then why do you practice certain things in the doctrines that you just stated?
Well, I'm not trying to take people's stuff away. I want people to have bigger families, and I want churches to remain open.
Yeah. Well,
yeah, but the thing is your biggest point that everyone here is for is that you're a potential white supremacist. So.
What evidence do you have that I'm a racist?
I was just literally watching a video of you talking about white.
Why the fuck was there a jump cut? Interesting.
Whiteness as a whole, talking about whiteness as a concept, okay? And you were trying to explain how white privilege doesn't exist.
Correct, it doesn't.
You are a white man. How do you know?
So are you.
Because I have eyes.
Because you have eyes. That's
and
not
I
a
description. So what can a black person do that I can't do in America? Or
what can a
vice
black
versa?
person do?
What can I do a black person can't do?
Let's
should say.
think of some history right here. Let's go through the history of redlining.
I don't need a history. I don't need
yes,
listen.
No,
you're talking about white privilege.
You do need a history lining. Clearly, you need a history
I know your talking points better than you do, and I've read all the literature that you have. I've probably forgotten more about the literature.
History affects the present day as well, and you know that's true. If you went to college, you would know.
Well, hold on a second, but let me.
So then why are you wearing the college of the scam shirt? Drop out.
Well, because you could.
So it's because you don't believe your own beliefs, and that's what I'm saying.
Well, you can admit something's a scam and still get through it. That's why he's wearing it. Okay.
Then why?
You could feel like you're getting ripped off by an airline
but
and still want to get to New York.
That's not what we're talking
okay?
about anymore.
Like you're like, I'm getting ripped off by a $1,000 ticket, but you still get on the airplane. Like it doesn't make you a hypocrite. It means that the people are ripping you off, and a lot of you are getting ripped off. But no. So as far as white privilege, just without the history lesson of Jim Crow, segregation, imperialism, colonialism, slavery, all the stuff that I know that you're going to say. But just concretely, in America today, what can a white person do that a black person can't do?
Black applicants to jobs are 50% less likely to get jobs if they have a black-sounding name.
That's not even close to being. That's not even close to being true.
That is a literal.
In fact, it's the opposite.
I'm not gonna argue your lived experience. I'm not gonna know.
Uh-oh.
See, now you have to listen to him under your rules because a black person is going to say you're wrong.
I am. He can say I'm wrong. I know.
Come on up to the mic.
I know. I read your.
My name's Keemon Dixon. I have a really black name. Please tell me how
50%
of my internships have been denied when I've worked for Senator Mike Lee, Mayor Trent Sachs,
Senator
Mike Schultz.
Hold on.
I worked for a congressman, Burgess Owens. I've actually worked on his campaign. I've worked on the campaigns of John Huntsman Jr. Please tell me how my black experience and my black man has not given me shit. Go ahead.
So.
Damn.
I'd like to disagree with you about college as a scam.
Okay.
Just because there's 50% of people who you say don't need college to get a job,
Right.
why would it be a scam?
Fuck yeah.
There's a social impact about college, on America. College is
A little goop nose he's got.
Good.
The majority of kids that go to college when they graduate have a lower view of America than when they enter.
Well,
Do you think that's a
racism
troubling thing?
goes down to I have no original thought of my own. I don't like what you're saying because it disagrees with my point of view. So today's world, that means you're racist.
I think just changing your opinion doesn't really matter too much.
Do you think that college teaches responsibility and hard work and?
No.
Sure.
Okay. Well, I find that hard to believe. Why is it that employers are more and more not wanting to hire college graduates, and they actually want to hire people that didn't go to college?
What employers?
You can name them out, man. Walmart just got rid of their, even in their corporate level, so you don't need to go to college. Coke Industries, one of the largest employers in the country, from Georgia Pacific Railroad to Dow Chemical. They said we no longer want kids that have gone to college because they end up causing problems because they're super entitled. And they're like, oh, what are my pronouns? And they have all this like left-wing nonsense that they've been filled with.
Well, then you have engineers, doctors, lawyers, people that
Sure, we need that, but that's less than 20% of the people that go to college.
Yeah, but
college is
it'd
an
be wrong to say
institution.
college is a scam if 25% of people
College is a scam.
become great people. No, lawyers,
one thing
doctors.
I noticed when I was in the Army years, especially when it came to emergency medicine, doctors don't know shit. You can be a fucking nuclear med doc, but hell, how do you put a chest tube in? He didn't know. A lot of our doc's mistakes were covered by us. Like this one doc, pediatrician. Good guy, love him to death. Trauma patient, bleeding, missing left foot. He goes to give him morphine. Our morphine comes with auto injectors. This motherfucker obviously doesn't know what an auto injector is because he went to hit the dude in the shoulder with the auto injector and the morphine went into his thumb. We had to sit his ass down because at that point he was ineffective for us. And we finished the job. And then we made fun of him for the rest of the deployment.
Engineers.
That's not what
really
college currently
world.
is, though. Again, I'm happy to have you read the book. College is a scam. I wrote it. I can have a more wordy thing, which is the vast majority of people that go to college are receiving a scam for the money that they're borrowing.
I remember
the
that
vast majority.
fucking yesterday. Holy shit.
Of course, there's exceptions. You can make whatever you want with your life. I mean, you could. But I mean, when you enter into an enterprise,
Yeah,
you
but
need to know
most
that
people
you are
that go into college
let
make
me
more
prove
money
this to
at
you.
the end.
How many of you guys have to take classes that are a waste of time that you wish you wouldn't have to take? Every single hand. You're being scammed against your will to take classes that make you go further into debt. Why can't you say I don't want to take this class? Why are you Why as a customer you can't
Can
say
you do a differential equation?
You what?
Can you do a differential
Do I
equation?
need it?
Can I do
Can you explain to me the anatomy of a human?
like somewhat
You
off the
know
top of
what
my head?
psychology is.
Yes, I do know what psychology.
Okay,
I've read
can you
Freud and I've
explain
read Jung.
to me?
Do you want me to explain psychology?
you
I
can
did a
explain
lot
it.
of A&P in my military career because it was my job. But I learned college level A&P in 3 days. We had to do a lot of in the Army, everything's condensed. Some things that people can go to college for, like EMT basic. 2 years. We had to do the entire EMT basic from start to finish in 8 weeks. 8 motherfucking weeks. From me knowing nothing to me being a licensed EMT basic. 8 weeks. And then you wanted to get better, like when I had to go do more higher levels of EMT up to paramedic. Because at that time there was only 3 levels. Oh shit. And I forgot what I was talking about. Oh yeah, I had to do A&P. So I pretty much knew the body and physiology of the body. I didn't go to college, and I got my shit for free.
To the depths of a bachelor's degree or a PhD.
Well, hold
or
on a second.
master's.
Time out. I've sat here with no notes.
Yes, Jilly. That was one of the hardest parts. Because, go back to my experiences. Every time you got promoted, once you hit the rank of sergeant, you have to go through an educational NCO, non-commissioned officers educational system course. You got primary, you have SLC. Wait, how do they do it? They do it now. It's BLC. Fuck. I don't know what it is now. Either way, you got to go through the basic stuff every time at school. First school's 30 days because it's just everybody encompassed. Everyone after that, I did 30 days of the same thing we learned in the previous school. And then on the top of that, we learned more about our job. But yeah, that shit's repetitive. If I didn't know how to be a leader by the time I got to my first leadership school, when I was already promoted, what more do I need to learn? Land nav was a joke. I can do land nav with my eyeballs closed. I've proven that over and over. Leadership, counseling. Shit they go over and you're like, dude, come on, really? So yeah, I can understand the repetitive stuff, which is why when we had to go through schools, we drank a lot.
Notes, no phone, and debated people with
Yeah, because
PhDs,
you study
masters.
this because it's your job.
Hold on, I didn't go to college, man. That's the point. Is you could do whatever you want without a college degree. You can listen to podcasts, read books. You
Think
don't
about
need
if
to go.
Gauss wasn't able to go to the University of Göttingen. That's
Say-
literally the reason.
I can't hear what you said. What'd you say?
You know Gauss, right? Mathematician.
Yes, vaguely, sure, okay.
Vaguely.
Yes, vaguely, yeah.
Oh,
do you know who
okay.
Milton Friedman is? Do you know who Herbert Marcuse is? You know who Thomas Sowell is?
I do.
You use a phone?
Do you know who Gouverneur Morris is?
Well, that's 'cause of Gauss.
No, you don't. So I could do gotcha too.
Like
so before
Euler
you try to
went
get
going
off
to
your ivory
university
tower
is the
and understand
reason
that not
he
everybody.
was able to become so proficient in mathematics.
So here's
and
the
change
thing.
the world.
The majority of kids that go to
Most
college
people
are
that get
more
a
depressed than when they
PhD
enter.
degree
You know,
are able to
I'm honestly
perform
embarrassed
much better
that I used to comb my hair like that at one point. I'm embarrassed.
in their field than someone who doesn't.
Well, then, if that's the question, if that really is true, if college is this amazing accelerant, then why do so
I
many
wouldn't say
people?
it is accelerant,
Hold on,
but
let me
if you're
fi-
looking at a
let me
field of
finish.
science,
Let
right?
me finish, man.
And you want to
Have you taken a
accelerate that field of
communication course,
science,
or have you not done
you
that yet?
need a degree.
All right. Let me make my point. If that's the case, why do
Oh, that was
half
the
of
cool
these
thing when I
kids
had to go to
end up-
college because I had the recruiter portion of my job. I didn't have to go through public speaking. I mean, I'm pretty good at public speaking. You can put me in front of 1,200 people, and I'll brief everybody the way it's supposed to be done because I've done it. So public speaking, as a private, maybe I had the fear, but that went away quick when you realize, fuck, I got to train a bunch of dumb fucks how to save lives. Or at least until I get there. So, yeah, that went out the window quick.
With anywhere between $50,000 to $100,000 in debt, and they end up getting a job that says, oh, sorry, you never needed the degree in the first place. Why is that the case? Tell me.
People on average, once going to college, make more money.
Hold on, that's not true. They end up getting a job.
That is.
No, that's only if they graduate, and it depends on the field of study. Do you know the average college graduate now is getting a job at $61,000 a year. The average plumber after 18 months.
A electrician makes more than a radiology tech. Quite a bit more. So the college degree doesn't mean anything. That's why my daughter's going to move on to ultrasounds.
Months, $68,000 a year.
Well,
the
sure,
average
but the
welder,
plumber
$72,000 a year.
With peers.
The plumber didn't go to college. The plumber went to trade or technical school. There's 11 million job openings that do not require a college degree in this country.
Well, who
11
engineered
million.
the stuff plumbers use?
I'm sorry, what?
Who engineered the stuff plumbers use?
I'm sure someone here. I mean, that it's like
someone with a degree.
It's like saying who designed the airplane for the pilot to fly. I mean,
someone with a degree that went to college. Pilots go to college.
I think you're misunderstanding what I'm saying. I'm not saying you get rid of all places of higher learning. The way it's currently comprised for you guys, the amount of debt you have to go into, the classes that you have to take.
You say don't get rid of places of higher learning, but then you go on to say college
every
is a
15
scam.
seconds. You're not debating in good faith because it is a scam. So let me ask you a question. Can you point to other things of American life the last 100 years that have been scams? For example, when they run an advertisement, they say buy these pills because we're going to make you super muscular, and they don't have all the fine print that it might not work, and you have to have a monthly subscription. We shut down that business.
You have to off cycle. Yeah, I know all this.
For being
That's a little
scam.
Different though. That's a
How
product.
is it different? Hold on a second.
You got to work
when
for
you show
it.
up to college, did they tell you you have to take all these classes that you didn't sign up for? Did they? It said that you're gonna have to take all these different classes. Did they tell you that half of you guys would not ever use your degree when you go into your career? How many of you guys knew that? You guys knew that when you signed up?
Well, college is what you make of
you guys
it, right?
You guys are willingly participating in the scam. Good for you. The point is this: is that most kids know deep down they're getting ripped off. The number one thing I hear from people across the country in corporate America: boy, college is a waste of time. Boy, I wish I never would have gone. Now I have $60,000 of debt, $70,000 in debt. I wanted to start a business, but now I don't have the credit to do it. Instead, we are wasting our most prized possession, our 18 to 22-year-olds, to go stick them at many universities when they shouldn't be.
The option to do 4 years of college for free. So when they move on to the, the masters or not masters. Yeah, maybe they're masters. That's all they got to pay for is masters and up. Their first 4 years up to the bachelor's, you're good to go.
Here in the first place, and it is a failed project. It is making us poorer. It is and by the way, just look at the actual numbers over a period of time. Has it worked? Is homeownership now going up for young college graduates?
Well, how are we going to blame that on college, though?
There's
a lot of different reasons that people are not able to buy homes.
It's the most equally applicable thing across the board for a
I wouldn't
generation.
say so.
And people that come up with the budgets and interest rates and all that stuff, college grads. Look how well that's working out for us.
If you look at the average, how much debt do you have to go to school, by the way?
None.
None? Okay, wow. Are you on scholarship or?
Yeah.
Okay, so who's paying for your college then?
Probably the federal government.
Okay, so I'm paying for your college is what you're saying. My taxes are paying for your college. So wait, do you have you're on grant or what?
I'm not going to discuss my college finances with
Well, no,
you.
this is really important. This is why you're so defensive of college.
Yeah.
This is why you're so forceful. Because you don't have to walk around the rest of your life with a $100,000 student loan debt.
I know plenty of people that have part-time jobs and go to college.
This explains you perfectly. I, the taxpayer, when I write my check to the IRS, I'm subsidizing your ability to go to college.
Okay. When I write my check to the IRS, I also give money for people to go to college.
You should have skin in the game. You should, and you don't right now. You are doing a freeloading thing. Of course you should be defensive of college.
I pay taxes. I pay federal taxes. I pay state taxes.
I'm sure I pay a little bit more than you, but that's a separate issue. But the point is this, is
that's
that
probably true.
Do you think you pay anywhere close to the tuition value you get at the school? Probably not.
Yeah, probably I do.
$4,000
$5,000 a semester.
here?
It's a lot of money, but you get a lot out of
Wait,
that.
hold on. How much is it to go to school here?
It's around $5,000.
So in-state?
In-state, yeah.
Okay, did that include room and board and tuition?
No.
Okay, how much does that cost?
Room, board, tuition, all of it's around $11,000.
$11,000 a semester. So you pay $22,000 a year in taxes?
No.
Okay, got it. So you're in a tax deficit, which means the U.S. taxpayer is subsidizing your education. That's fine. I'm not faulting you for it, but this is why you're so defensive, is you're detached from the price. You're detached from the cost. It's easy to be defensive of something you're not paying for.
Hey, Kirk. My question is sort of a question / compliment. You're a very good public speaker. And I think a lot of people here might struggle with that. What I'm curious is somebody with so little education beyond high school and, just experience in the field, how are you able to so confidently just kind of word vomit, right? You said pretty much every question you've answered has been no answer. You've just kind of said what conservatives want to hear. So really all of your work is not a debate. It's just confirmation bias. So
Want to have a debate?
Debating now.
You want to debate?
No, I'm good. I'm just curious where you learned.
Okay. You sure?
Where you learned how to public
I'm a high
speak.
school graduate. You're in college, man. Let's debate. I vomit for a living, you said. Yeah. Come on, let's debate.
No, I'm not here to debate. That's not,
No,
that's not my
you're
question.
just here to insult me.
Yeah, yeah, I am. Where did you learn how to public speak? Because you're really good at lying out of your
What have I lied about? Name one thing I lied tonight about. Name a second thing. No, name a stat. I said that's wrong.
You said 11 million jobs. You said 50%.
Yes,
of
11 million jobs are open for blue-collar work according to Mike Rowe and according to 3 independent studies according to the Department of Labor. Name another stat I said that's wrong.
I guess my main point
No,
is...
name a third stat that I said that's wrong.
When you say a stat or you just say numbers, it's helpful usually when you're public speaking to say where you got that information. Because people who disagree with you might not think you're credible.
The cool thing about today's day and age, you can say a stat, but guess what? Now everybody has a smartphone, and if he says a stat and you think it's wrong, I mean, you can find it, right? In theory. I don't know why my face is trying to hide in the dark. There, because I'm evil.
You give some examples. Where did I lie or say a stat that's not true?
You need to work on not doing confirmation bias.
Wait, hold on. No, but you come up here and say, oh, how did you with a high school education learn to spew BS? Say one thing I said that was wrong, misleading, unfactual, not rooted in data.
You're doing it right now.
What?
I'm asking you a question.
I was just making a comment, and you're spinning it. That's what you're really good at. That's why I think you're a good.
No, you came up here and insulted me. I'm asking you, how have I misled this audience? And you come.
My face right now, it's kind of what it looks like when I take mushrooms and I go stare at myself in the mirror. And that's like the demon I fight all the time. He's a bitch now, but look at that. It's kind of what it looks like.
Unprepared, like not with a single data. I thought you'd at least have like one gotcha, man. Like one number, like one thing. 11 million job openings according to the Bureau of Labor Statistics that require muscular labor and require just a 6-month technical training degree. That is true. At the Apex, 15,000 people coming across the southern border every single day. I even said it's down a little bit. That is true. What have I said that's incorrect?
Hello?
Next. You're good at what you do, but not for the right reasons. That's all I'm saying.
Great argument.
They don't want to debate me because they can't debate me. They can't say one thing I said that's wrong. They can't name one data point. They just come up here and insult. You, my friend, are why we are going to beat you guys historically, because you are afraid to have a debate. Just, it's so amazing, the smugness.
You know what? If I did the voice changer, this would look like one of those Dateline interviews where you don't show the guy's face, but you can see the silhouette. And maybe I can be talking like this and understand what I'm saying. And you wouldn't know it's me.
How'd you learn to speak like this in word vomit? Oh, what'd I say that's true? Everything. Name one thing. Name another thing. Name another thing. Yeah, you should ask for money back at KU. They're really scamming you, man. You'd think you'd have one little thing. All right. Can two men have babies?
if they
Okay, that's
adopt.
what I thought.
You say it's
So-
a natural law that I don't have the choice on who I marry.
Oh, this is
It's
Arizona.
natural law that I don't choose who I marry. That's not fair.
No, hold on
I
a
think I
second.
choose who I
Why,
marry.
why does your own choice matter more than what is true?
So
What is true?
what do you mean
Exactly.
what's true?
That's what we've been
does
talking about the last 2 hours. What is true? What is good? What is beautiful? This is what you guys should be. This is what we should be thinking. Oh, does it come down to you? Come on. So let me ask you a question. So it comes down to you. Wait.
Get him.
No, we hold it. So was Hitler right when it comes down to you?
No,
Why?
because he just fundamentally disagrees with my beliefs about
Your beliefs, but Hitler's beliefs killed the Jews. Why was he wrong?
Oh, sorry. Can I just quickly say something about how we just went from talking about the government controlling marriage to Hitler for some reason?
No, but
Can we finish talking
I've
about
listened to your argument
government
for 20 minutes. It makes no sense. Totally respectful. Like, you've made no sense for 20 minutes. So I'm going to get to
Please,
somebody
guys,
else. So,
listen to what you just said.
Yeah.
I mean, all I've been talking about is the government controlling marriage.
I've been super patient. I've been super patient. Makes no sense.
I
So,
can say things don't make
it's got-
sense all day. I mean, it's really not that hard.
yeah, got it. Okay, so just question. So, why was Hitler wrong?
Why was Hitler wrong? I mean, you can write a whole essay about that.
Well, tell me one sentence as to why Hitler was objectively wrong.
To me? I mean, to
No,
himself, he was right.
Of course he was. So there's something above you and above Hitler that we're comparing right to. What is that something?
Morality.
Where do we get that from?
How you come up, where you're from, your parents, your culture, I mean, the place you live.
What up, Vlad? How you doing,
Are
brother?
some moralities better or right, more right than wrong than other moralities?
I would say no, because it just comes down to you personally.
Okay, so the Taliban believes it's okay to rape 8-year-old boys called T-boys. Are they wrong?
They do.
To me, yes, they are wrong, but to themselves, they think it's right.
Is there? Are they objectively wrong?
Okay, what is an objective? What is the objective?
Well, hold on. Objectively, looking
According
outside,
to what?
right and wrong.
That comes down to me. And to me, they're wrong. But to them, they're right.
Wow.
I mean, that is how it is.
So let me ask you. So the Nazi guards at concentration camps, they thought they were doing right. Were they doing right?
No.
In your opinion or objectively?
In my opinion, no.
But what if they were to say we were doing right?
Well, then we have an argument, me and them. And then we have a fight, and then we have a war, and then it is what it is. That's how it is.
Why is
When
that
somebody
start
goes and
ending
rapes a
war?
woman here on campus, are they wrong?
Yes.
Why?
Because that is something you should not do.
Oh, so they should not do. Hold on a
should not
second.
do it.
You just did a should statement. You didn't do a should statement with the Taliban with little boys. What does should mean?
I mean-
What are you comparing should to?
Myself?
Are you?
Yes.
So it's your morality that
Yes.
triumphs over any objective laws.
I mean, not technically. I mean, at the end of the day, I can do whatever I want. I mean, I'll end up in jail. I'll end up, wherever I end up. But, it's whatever world you live in.
Is that the way we should design society? Everyone does what's ever right in their own eyes?
I mean, no, because it would be kind of chaos at the end of the day.
I agree. So then what standard should we then derive morality from other than opinion?
I mean, there's a lot of standards across the world. I mean, wherever you go, there's different life standards. I mean, the life standards we have here versus South America, Asia,
I
Africa,
agree.
it's all completely different.
Are some better than
I'm
others?
not done. Are some better than others? I mean, it comes down to where you're from. I think, wait, let me finish. I think the standard we have here in America is one of the best ones.
But now
And
you're
I
using
do
different
think-
words.
No, let me finish,
Should,
let me
best.
finish.
So some things are better than others. And then the question is, what is the ultimate good? You're climbing the ladder, you're getting closer.
It comes down to you.
Does it?
Yes, it does. What is the ultimate good? It's my world. I live in my own world with my things. What I think is good is what I think is good.
You don't understand that's one of the most narcissistic
Yes,
things.
it is. I'm a narcissist. So what? So what?
What if everyone acted the way you just articulated? What would that world look
I
like?
have no idea. I don't even want to know. I don't even want to know.
So you probably
Yeah,
agree
this
that's a
guy showed
terrible
college
world.
Yes, it would be. But thank God not everybody's like me. Yes, thank God.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
We
How
have,
do you
we have
go
clarity.
to
Thank
school in
you.
Arizona and you're
Anything
still
else you wanna talk
pale?
about? There's a lot more.
I think I understand your worldview pretty well. All about me, no one be like me. You're
So what are you trying to get at, though? Mom?
It's obvious, and I've been doing this the whole time. There is a transcendent, eternal, external morality that exists.
So you say there is an objective good and an
Of
objective
course
bad.
there is, yes. And the denial of that is only something we entertain because of how insane modern culture has become.
How has it gone insane?
We say men give birth.
I don't say that.
The Biden administration does.
That's not me.
They say that chest feed, I know, because it's all about you. I got that, okay?
Yeah, good point.
So we've been through that. Only about you, right?
That's-
Center of the
yeah,
universe.
100%,
It's Copernicus over here, right?
That's me.
So yes, we are now in a postmodern age where it says in the scriptures, man will do what is ever right in his own eyes.
So the scripture is right.
Of course it is. Yes,
Says
but
who?
okay, says God, but I
Okay,
can get through that.
Wait. What is a God?
Jehovah, Adonai, the oneness, ethical monotheism that built the world you live in.
So an omnipotent being.
Omnipotent, not omnipotent, but that's okay. So, omnipotent, omniscient. I mean, I could get theological if you want, but even lesser than that, C.S. Lewis
I'd
developed
rather watch
the
this
Tao,
guy than
okay?
the other dude.
So even this is more agreeable. I'm a Christian, but almost any functioning culture has something called the way.
I can't stand
meaning that
Shapiro.
there is a better way of living than other ways. And if you compare Confucianism, you compare Roman, Greek,
There's always a way of life.
and it's very similar.
Actually, I don't
and they have some
really
harmonies.
know much about
And we
Nick
must
Fuentes.
develop in the West what is the way. We have said to our kids, there is no way. Do whatever you want. Hate to say it, you articulated it beautifully. But
I mean, the way of life changed throughout time. I mean, to say there was one guaranteed best way to live, I mean, I feel like that's two-dimensional.
Is it?
I'd say so. I mean, life is bigger than the two dimensions, black and white, good and bad.
I'm not saying it's good. There's hierarchies or nuances, but wouldn't it be worth spending some time wondering what is the best way to live?
I think about that all the time too, and I've come to the conclusion that it's up to you. Honestly, I mean, live your life how you want to.
That's not the point. The agency is not that. Is
I just don't like his voice.
So the Greeks had a word for this called telos, where you get the word telescope from, far out in the distance, something that you should yearn towards or desire, the best way for humans to live. Now,
Sure.
I believe that's a Christian way. Some people might not agree with that.
Yeah.
But you cannot say that there is, we
If
should as a
Shapiro had a
society
different
acknowledge
voice,
a way is
better.
necessary.
I can't stand
The
it.
founders acknowledged it, where they said the laws of nature and nature is God. We hold these truths to be self-evident. So our whole civilization is built on an idea that there is a way, and we're now teaching our kids, no there isn't, do whatever you want. I'm saying that's really, really dangerous.
I have a question. Can this way change and evolve as time goes on?
It can adapt, but not necessarily for the better. And that's why Christianity is just as applicable today as it was 2,000 years ago. And the founders did not write the Constitution for the
What was
times.
it before
It
2,000
was written
years
to stand
ago?
the test of time, because as much as we try to convince ourselves, human beings don't really change. We're still self-interested, we still lie, we still cheat. That's why the Constitution has
Eddie
lasted.
Guerrero.
It's the longest lasting political document in history.
So what are you trying to say?
I'm saying that absent an eternal standard, something
You're saying
transcendent.
there is a objective good that we should all strive for.
Yes, and we have to talk about what that is.
Sure. What is it? Let me know.
That's the question.
Okay.
I believe in the ultimate, it's Christ.
Okay.
But in the American context, it's ethical monotheism. That there is an ethical one God that administers a way for your life and you build a civilization on it.
Okay, the thing is, talking about Christianity, I mean, do you know Nietzsche? God is dead.
You mean Nietzsche?
Nietzsche, whatever. God is dead. I mean, Christianity is a dying
Dead?
religion every single year. The numbers go down. And a while it's going to be gone.
Okay, so I'm going to try to save you here, man. Nietzsche lamented the death of Christianity, just so you know.
I've read Nietzsche, however you want to say it.
It's Nietzsche.
Whatever, big difference. I mean,
Okay.
either
Did you read Beyond Good and Evil or Thus Spoke Zarathustra?
I've seen Uber's mention all that shit.
Yeah, which one? Thus Spoke Zarathustra? Or Beyond Good and Evil? Beyond Good and Evil is a book, but maybe that'll be a video game too.
Shut up.
But no, but here's what Nietzsche said, though.
Can I say my point real quick? Just
Okay.
get it out. So according to Nietzsche, God,
Nietzsche.
whatever, it doesn't matter. You get the idea. God is dead according to him. Every single year, Christianity numbers fall, religion's dying.
That doesn't mean it's not true.
Okay, I know, but one day, Christianity's going to be gone.
No.
Yes, it will be.
It'll be a remnant.
No, it will be a remnant. It will be a small.
never, ever
religion,
gone.
But
this
it will
is
never
also-
have the control it has in the government.
Maybe.
Never.
Every single day, as
Christianity has ebbed and flowed before. It's gone from martyrdom into exile, into revival. Christianity looked like a dying religion in year 400 and year 1100.
That's true.
So, but you might be right, because in our scriptures it does say that we'll be persecuted and that our numbers will decrease in false prophets. So you might even be right. I'm not even
So
going
I'm
to
trying
deny.
to say is, why build a whole culture around something that is going to perhaps die one day?
Well, first of all, we already built it.
Yeah,
And
it
it's
was already
fine.
there.
Is
A lot of it.
falling.
Yeah, is it falling because we're going towards Christianity or away
That's just the
Christianity?
natural way of things. I mean, the Greek religion fell, Rome fell. I mean, things come and go every day.
Wait, hold on. Do people still worship the Greek gods?
No, they do
Yeah,
not.
okay. Well,
they
Christianity is
do.
staying power. And by the way, before you get too ahead of yourself, the gospel's spreading in Africa like never before. So Christianity is
I mean,
actually...
they said that years ago. They say that
hold on.
every
It's
other year.
increasing worldwide. It's decreasing in America. But hold on to your point. What am I getting at? We could debate taxes and borders. None of this matters if we don't first acknowledge some form of something outside of ourselves needs to exist to have a good and free society. You don't have that. You're going to live in a really crummy, totalitarian country.
You rely on a God to tell you what is good and bad.
Yeah, the God of the heavens and the earth, yes. But even if you don't, I
rely on the community around me to tell me what is good and bad.
Yeah, I mean, but hold on. First it was you, now it's the community. You're all over the place. So.
You are a part of the community. You are, you are the community.
Well, that's
you are an individual.
Oh,
man.
the community.
That's
I am
if you
the
rely on
community.
the community, then in Nazi Germany, you'd be running trains to the concentration camps, right?
Well, that's what people were doing.
And that was wrong.
It was.
Okay. The question is, what's going to prevent us from doing that again?
You could do the same thing with God.
Of course you can pervert what is true. It does not make what is true wrong. What is true is eternal.
I don't remember.
Thou shalt not murder. Thou shalt not steal. Thou shalt not covet. Thou shalt not have any gods above
you say all
me.
this, but I mean, the American government will go bomb a,
Fair enough.
whatever.
That means they're not living up to the standard. It doesn't make the standard not true.
I just think the standard is something impossible to reach.
Is it impossible, or is it necessary to set for us to strive as close as possible to?
Actually,
I mean, honestly, yeah.
I have to go look.
I'd agree with that. I'd agree. It's a good to set a good.
Steak does
It's
sound
a
good.
good telos, a good
I
thing
guess
to
so,
strive
but
for.
listen, but wait. But not everything Christianity says is perfect. That's the thing.
Well, look, I'm happy to defend Christianity.
Okay.
But what I will say, I'm saying even if you just acknowledge, anybody, that there is a better way to live, that is a win. That there is a way that humans ought to live and ways that we should probably avoid. That is at least a refutation of postmodernism, which is what is dominating the land today.
I guess, yeah.
Okay. And that's where you started.
I mean, I just think it's just this whole good versus evil is just so arbitrary.
That's very Nietzschean.
Shut up, stupid. So, we had a wide variety of topics today, from soft citizens to... Help me out here. What else did we do? Soft citizens. I skipped that one. School shooting in Butt County. Butt County, Batmom. Then we had... I didn't do the supercuts. We had the one about the veterinarian ophthalmologist who had child porn and was going to rape his newborn that was doing a week. That's kind of fucked up. I said 8 months or 8 years. It was 8 months. And then that's about it. Yeah. This playlist was put together at 3:30, 4 o'clock in the morning, so I'm not sure if a lot of it made sense, but it made sense to me because there's actually 4 videos that I didn't show. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, not telling you how to think, because if I told you how to think, then I would be Charlie Kirk. Right? And I would believe that God is the one true answer to everything. Everything. I'm just telling you to think. And I hope you have a good rest of the day. And yeah, I think I'm high now. Because my mind is like, yeah, you see that twitch? Oh, I don't want that twitch back. That would be terrible.